Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please go ahead and click on subscribe and also click on the bell to receive all the updates and activity on the channel. So today we have a product review of the TOPDON TD309 code scanner. Full disclosure, TOPDON reached out to me and essentially provided the scanner to me free of charge in exchange for my review. They are not paying me, nor are they sponsoring me for this review, but they did provide this product free of charge. So with that being said, why don't we just get into it and we'll start reviewing the scanner itself. Alright, so here's a scanner. Essentially it's a very basic tool. Depending on your skill set, this may be all that you want. Essentially, it has two buttons on it. It has an enter button and a scroll. It has a port itself and then the cable. The cable is 3 feet long. So depending on what you want to do with it, this may suffice for you. Or if you're somebody with more of a shade tree background, you may want something with a little bit more functionality and capability. But essentially, it works on all 1996 vehicles and up. Reads and clears codes, supports multiple trouble codes, retrieves the VIN number, and LCD display, standalone unit, compact, safety, so on and so forth. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and get this hooked up to the car and we'll go from there and see what this thing can do for us. Alright, so this is a very basic scanner. It's very limited as far as what it can do for you. Essentially, it's really meant for hooking up to the car, figuring out what the code is, and going from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the setup. We're actually going to go ahead and scan. So this car is a 2013 Chevy Cruze. There are no codes present currently on the car. So we're going to hit enter. It's going to scan, communicate to the car. And then it's going to give a brief synopsis of current state. Right now there are no codes found. And there are 11 monitors it is looking at. So then here's the menu. So you can do read codes, erase codes, view freeze frame data, IM readiness, vehicle info, which is you can look at the VIN, calibration ID, calibration verification number, and essentially that is it. Alright, so now you've seen the scanner in action. So like we've discussed before in the intro, this is a very basic tool, and again, depending on what your comfort level is and your skill set, this may be all that you want. But again, if you're somebody who has a little bit more mechanical experience and looking for a lot more information, this probably is not going to be the tool for you. Again, it does accomplish what it says it can do, so you have to give it a thumbs up for that. Probably my biggest complaint about this, if I did have one, is the length of this cable. It's only 3 feet. This isn't the first scanner I've seen with a short cable. So essentially, when depending on where the port is plugged in, and if the cable's only 3 feet long, the cable's so short that you can't really bring it up to a working level. It's usually below the steering wheel. So if I did have a grievance on that would be it. TOPDON, if you could go ahead and lengthen the cable, that'd be my only suggestion. So, but other than that, it does what it says it does, and again, for the price point, I don't think you can go wrong with it. So, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments box. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. Thanks. See ya. Bye.